I thought we were going to get you to sing.
He was going to catch you.
What's going on, guys? Beastly Thoughts, episode, what is it, 96? 96.
We don't know. We're old.
Getting real damn close to that 100 number, that big 100.
96.
And we got a special guest, a returning host, one would say. 9 to 5 Gamers, it's been too long. How you been?
Good. I've been working hard, raising babies, you know.
Raising babies.
Playing a lot of video games.
So we're glad to have 9 to 5 Gamers back. Of course, we got Beastly over here, we got Robbie over here, and I want to ask you guys what you've been playing. So let's start with 9 to 5. What have you been playing?
I've been actually lately. I just started the Witcher DLC, the new one, not the one that's coming out, Heart of Stone or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
And then I've been playing Rainbow Six Siege or whatever. I wish it was Vegas, but Siege. I played Destiny, of course. I played the hard challenge mode or whatever, the War Priest this weekend. I did that. I've been playing all kinds of Bastion. I've been playing all kinds of random old stuff too. That's about
what have you been doing with Rainbow Six there? Like, are you enjoying that game? Is it holding up? Is it?
It's good if you got people to play with. If you got like a group, it's kind of like Evolve, only better because there's more of like a strategic way to go in against the other team when they're doing missions, which it's fun in that way. But if you're playing like solo and you end up going against another group of people that are like all linked together and they're chatting and all that stuff,
you're gonna get destroyed.
You get destroyed. The good thing is a lot of people, like if you do run solo, a lot of people end up using mics. Like if you're smart, you end up using a mic. And people are now to the level of like, if you don't use a mic, they just kick them anyway. They'll like vote to kick them out the match if they're not using a mic, which is smart.
Yeah. In that game, you gotta have so much communication. It just relies so heavily on it. Even if you are with people you don't know, you gotta be communicating and really strategizing together. I've noticed. That's good.
I want to just real quick say also how happy I am to see 9 to 5 rejoining the Beastly Thoughts. He's going through some changes on his channel, and I'm sure by the end of the show today you can let everybody know how that's going to take place. Yeah, we're into the music again today. You guys know it's going to be a damn good episode because it is episode 96.
Reverse 69, yes, if you didn't know.
So I guess I'll get into what I've been playing. It's been kind of a slow week for me in gaming. My stepdad actually passed away Friday.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
It's one of those situations where I just left Ohio and I was up there vacationing and I saw him there and he just passed away. So we saw him 2 weeks ago and he died. But been on the phone quite a bit. I'm trying to debate whether or not I'm going to go straight back up there or not. But the family's going through it. Everybody's pulling together. But I did make a lot of videos. I rendered 12 videos yesterday, so I've been really, really busy. But
Wow.
I've been playing some older games, but games that are really fun for me. My wife and I kind of dug back into Rocket League, and we've been really, really enjoying and playing that game. Just goofing off. We had like a date night last night.
What's online play like on Rocket League right now? Because I feel like at the end of my time with that game, people were getting damn good at it.
They are, man. Let me tell you, people are doing some stuff that you wouldn't expect a person to be able to do.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the developers of the game actually play against, I think it was IGN, and there was 4 versus 4, and these developers, they were doing crazy stunts like jumping into the air and just flying up and hitting the ball and stuff. People were doing that to us, and it's pretty amazing to see. It really pushes you to want to learn to be better at the game, but it's just fun. Even if you lose, it's one of those games I think it'll always be just as fun the day it was when it came out.
Yeah.
I feel like 10 years from now the game will be just as fun as it is right now. We had a blast playing that. I've also slowly but surely been getting back into Fallout 4. That's a game that I really want to play and continue to play and beat. And it feels just as good as it did when I first started playing it. It's just one of those things where I feel like I've already played it, even though I know I haven't. And so your want and your need to dig deep into it, you feel like maybe it isn't as warranted as it should be because you played Fallout 3 and it just feels so similar, even though I know it's not. And that was pretty much, that sums up. I had a few games of The Last of Us this week, but that sums up my week, especially towards the end of the week. I kind of backed up and haven't really been playing a lot of stuff. Spending a lot of time on the phone with my mom and my brother and my sister and family. But yeah, that's how
Gotta
it's
take
been
care
for
of
me.
that. That's for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I've been thinking about you a lot lately because the Division, we've seen a lot of gameplay come out on the Division. Their NDA kind of broke this week. I think it was Friday or maybe it was Saturday. And the gameplay of that reminds me an awful lot of the multiplayer gameplay in The Last of Us. I was wondering if you saw that connection as well, and if you think your skills, because you got pretty damn good skills in The Last of Us.
Oh yes, I do. Yes.
So I'm wondering if you're expecting those skills to translate, because they're both third-person shooters, right? They got a lot of inventory control, like while you're playing. I'm wondering if you're excited for that.
I'm really excited for it. The gameplay that I did see does seem like a more visually stunning version of The Last of Us. I'm sure the controls are very, very different. That'll probably be the one changing factor, because The Last of Us, you've really got to go through a lot to wrap your mind around the way that multiplayer actually controls. And once you get it, it's very rewarding, but you got to be willing to actually bridge that gap and learn it. But
they have a unique set of controls.
It's very, very strange. Kind of like when you play Shadow of the Colossus. It's one of those games where the controls don't really make sense, but when you actually start playing it, you're like, oh god, this it works somehow. But yeah, the Division looks, I don't know what to expect. It looks great. A lot of people, I know there's a guy or two on the show right now who played it, who better talk about it today. But yeah, I'm really, really excited to play it. It'll be a day one purchase for me. I'm looking forward to the beta. And hopefully my Last of Us skills transfer over, because The Last of Us is it can be a fast-paced game, but a lot of the times you got to kind of take slow, deliberate thoughts and actions, and hopefully that will transfer over. We'll see. If they have bitch bombs, I'm in.
Oh, man. If they have bitch bombs, I'm going to be so disappointed. Robbie?
Bitch bombs. I'm sure there will be some form of them, Briar. Can't wait. This week I've been playing a lot more of modded Skyrim on PC, because you guys know I was getting obsessively into Skyrim the other week, and man, I am still enjoying the hell out of that, just adding more and more mods. I'm really getting to PC. Guys, I might be just getting over to the PC Master Race.
Oh, no.
I just want to inform you now, it might be happening.
No.
I might want to upgrade my PC one day and really start getting into it. But man, Skyrim is just such an amazing game that still holds up. I've been loving that. Also been playing Minecraft on Xbox One with a couple friends. Been really fun. And that's been most of my week, honestly, just those two. And Guitar Hero Live as well I've been playing a lot of, because it's very fun.
Minecraft just never goes away, does it?
I'm sorry, what?
Minecraft just never goes away, does it?
No, it never seems to end. It's just the phenomenon that's never going to stop. It's never going to stop going. Yeah.
Might be time for me to dig back in.
Very fun game. Literally dig back in.
I've been playing a ton of Tomb Raider, and I got to tell you guys, I'm absolutely in love with this game. I didn't get to play it right when it got released, just because I was so busy with other stuff. And I was really, more excited about Fallout 4. They both shared the same release day, which was the dumbest thing they could have possibly done for Tomb Raider. Yeah. But ultimately, I really enjoy this game. I think that they've taken what was awesome about the last game they made 2 years ago, but they really expanded upon it. They kind of have much more of an exploratory nature to it. There's much more actual tomb raiding. The game it's just more in depth. You really feel like Lara Croft as a character is just kind of fun to get to know. I really love the shooting aspect of it. I think they improved the shooting aspect compared to the last game. The bow and arrow just feels super fun to use. I got to say, I actually think this game is the better game that came out that day. It's just a fun game to play.
It is.
Yeah, I think that argument can be made. I still love both games, but Rise of the Tomb Raider absolutely is a game more people should get into, because it's wonderful. And the fact that it came out the same day as Fallout 4 was such a shame, because obviously everyone was playing Fallout 4.
Yeah, the hype level for that game was intense. Tomb Raider being only an Xbox exclusive or
totally
a time exclusive.
Overshadowed it.
But, I really like this type of game. In the past, I've really liked the Uncharted games and other Tomb Raider games. But this one, I feel like it takes it to a new level with the exploration that you have in this game. Like, really, you get time to kind of just, you get time to explore the world you're in. You got to find, secret tombs that are around that give you actual beneficial rewards. So, it makes you feel like you want to go find this stuff. It makes it feel like it's a rewarding process once you do kind of figure out these puzzles in these tombs. It's really a fun game. like I said, the shooting is much better. There's still a bit of jankiness around the way she controls. I think that's a third-person thing. Like I've always preferred first-person kind of movement options over third-person because I think just because you can't visually see that jankiness. But I mean, the game is spectacular. I'm really having a ball with it, and it's already discounted. I got it at Best Buy discounted.
They're going for what, $40 now, right?
I think so. Yeah.
I'm proud of you, Briar.
I think the quality of Tomb Raider is amazing, but the content in Fallout is better. You know what I'm saying? There's so much more to do in Fallout than there is in Tomb Raider, and I think that's why a lot of people flock to Fallout.
Yeah, because it's just this huge game you can kind of just keep playing for like a month, just building your settlements, doing all the quests, exploring. Like, there's just so much to do there if you really like that game.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me.
So what you're saying, 9 to 5, Inner Black Ninja, as I like to say.
Yes, the new man.
If a person were only to buy one of those games and they had the Xbox One, you would tell the person who wants a game that's going to last longer to get Fallout over Tomb Raider, or would you still say get Tomb Raider? Because
I'd say it depends. Like if you don't have money to just be expendable and buy whatever the hell you want, yes, I do agree with buying Fallout. I agree with that 110%. Me myself, I own both the games. I played about maybe 6 hours of Fallout and got bored and turned it off. But I think that has a lot to do with me playing Witcher and playing Metal Gear and playing all these other like super open world games that just trump that game like on a high level. But that's my opinion. I think those games do everything that game does, only they do it good. Like frame rate's good, the gameplay good, it's fun.
Now we didn't get a chance to talk to you over the last couple of weeks, of course, and you mentioned two really stellar AAA titles, Metal Gear and Witcher 3. Of those two, which one was your favorite last year?
Metal Gear, because I base a lot of my gameplay off of fun factor. If the game is super fun to me, and Metal Gear was probably one of the more fun games I've played in a long time. Because once you get past the half a point of the game, which is technically the end to all the noobs, after you get past that, you get all your gear taken from you, and you go in like old Metal Gear, like old school, like you have to be super tactical, and it's not simple anymore. So a lot of people don't know about that, or haven't got that far, or have beaten it and said, okay, yeah, I beat it. No, you didn't beat it. Play the second chapter, and then it's even more hard than anything that you played earlier.
Oh.
I've actually heard a lot of people say that about Metal Gear Solid: The Phantom Pain, that they weren't previously Metal Gear fans, but playing this game and knowing nothing about the previous games, they became huge fans and they loved the game. So.
And another thing, Kojima makes games the best. They're like he's borderline like close to Nintendo in their quality of the game. It runs at 60 frames a second. It doesn't drop a frame rate ever. The whole time I played it, it didn't drop, and it looks good. It's a good looking game.
Awesome. Awesome.
All right, so before we get into news, I want to talk about the Division 9 to 5. Did you get a chance to play the alpha?
Yeah, I played it. I played literally every single side mission in the alpha, and I did everything there is to do in the alpha. I played
as well.
I think I played almost 12 hours of it just to make sure like I did everything, and then I was having fun doing the little extra stuff that there is because you could go into the dark zone and like compete with people, but you had to get to that level in order to do so.
Mm-hmm. And Robbie, you played it. Beasley and I have not played it.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, tell me what you guys, gameplay-wise, like the way it controls. What would you guys compare it to, like a game that we've played?
I can't compare. Did you play Ghost Recon?
Yeah.
It's very similar to
like,
Ghost
the
Recon.
shooting mechanics is similar to like Ghost Recon. I like the fact that there is no jump because that helps out games that are third person to run better and not have the whole janky like, oh, I'm going to jump off this and shoot people. Uncharted is the only game that I've ever seen do it and do it well.
Yeah,
like Uncharted does jumping really good in their games.
Mm-hmm.
Ghost Recon. That used to be my joint, man. Woo, Jungle Storm, Island Thunder. Don't get me started.
This is made by Ubisoft Red Storm as well. This is the same team who did the Ghost Recon games. If I had to really summarize what I think about the Division, it's a really excellent feeling third-person shooter with a good cover system, and it has those sort of online and MMO aspects of Destiny because there is those guys you kill, there's those higher level enemies. All the enemies have different levels on them, and there will be like bosses that can drop legendary loot. There's tons of different guns and armor to find, and it definitely from an aspect, like an online perspective, it feels like Destiny in a lot of ways, and it reminds you of that. But I love that the gameplay is something different, and I really enjoyed what I played of it.
One of the things that really reminds me of Destiny, not having played it, is some of the responses I've heard is that, we got the alpha, and it was super fun.
Really
I just
good.
hope this isn't like 25% of the full game. That's
That's
a lot of the same thing I was hearing about the
That's why-
Destiny alpha and the Destiny beta.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about that?
That's why I was thinking in my head, like everyone's blowing up, the alpha's being released this day, the alpha's being released this day, and then now the beta's being released, and I was thinking in my head, I don't want to necessarily play it because I don't want to be burnt out when the game comes out and have to play, okay, yes, when it comes out, you're going to play the same stuff again that you just played. Why do I want to do it again and again and again? That kind of hurt Destiny in my eyes because I did the same thing 3 times, and then it's like, here, do it one more time.
No kidding. But if it does have that replayability, like Destiny has an amazing replayability to it, a lot of reason to come back, then it doesn't really matter as much. If they can nail it really well, I feel like it'll really get people into it, and it won't matter so much if you're kind of retreading the same ground if there's a purpose for it.
Yeah,
what do you guys feel about, though, that this was 25% of the game that they showed us? Do you guys feel like that's fair? Is there any indication that that's true?
Well, when you go into the game, you can look at the map, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it has a line of the stuff you can go to on the beta, and then it has a line around that of the stuff that's the actual world that's coming with the game. And it was probably a quarter of that space. When you see it, it was about a quarter.
Okay. But it's not like Destiny where you go to a world. It's more like it's just an open environment that you can wander around in, right?
It's one map.
You get dropped into it, and there's not really, like, when you go into another area, there's not really load screens. It's just like, it does like the Tomb Raider thing, when you get into a new area and it like, I'm going to walk slow because that's not a loading time, right? You're loading right there. That's all you're doing, and they do the same thing with this.
Yeah,
okay.
It's all dynamic. Even the PvP section known as the Dark Zone, what happens is there's a bunker you enter into, you got your weapon store, you buy some guns, and then you seamlessly walk into the Dark Zone. There's no matchmaking. You just walk in there, you squad up with a couple people, and you try and get loot and kind of get out. It's a really intense place, and you have your gas mask on because it is like a contamination zone. Super cool. Just really dynamic how this game is set
How's
up.
the loot feel? Is it fun? Like when you get new loot, are you excited about it?
You get, what happens is you'll do a mission or a side mission or whatever, and you finish the mission, and things would drop, and you pick them up, and it would say like, this is for this type of gun or this is for this type of gun. So there's certain attachments that you get that you can't necessarily put on any gun. So you can't put like this grip on a submachine gun, an AR, and all this other stuff. It only works for that type of class, and that's it. But you can fully customize the guns out. Like, you can take a gun that's pretty weak as hell and equip it with a bunch of different stuff and make it pretty strong.
Yeah.
Like, I was using a SCAR all the way up until the end just because I liked the way the SCAR fired. So I took that gun, I just equipped it with all the gear I wanted. I rolled with that gun all the way till the end.
No,
It reminds me a little bit of like Call of Duty or Battlefield, where you kind of upgrade a weapon to make it something you really love.
But they have like everything you attach to your gun, it has a skill, and the skill will go up or lower depending on what you prefer. If you prefer it to fire faster, or like when you put a silencer on, it'll take a little bit of damage down, just like it does in any game. But then when you look at your gun, like when you look at it in the menu screen, it'll give you one number, and that number is like, okay, this is the max amount of damage you're going to do. Kind of like how they do Destiny.
Let me ask you guys a question, because this game is going to have some similarities to Destiny. Are you going to be able to trade loot at all in this
I
game?
don't know. As of
I don't
right
think
now,
so.
I don't know.
I don't know either, though.
I hope they don't, because if they do, they're gonna hurt the game unless they do it in the eyes of Elder Scrolls does it really well. Like, you have to be a part of that group, and you can only trade so many pieces per amount of time and all that stuff. That's smart. They do it really good in that game, and they make it so you can't take like a super high level piece of loot and just trade it to like a noob and be like, here, you can have this, without putting the time into the game,
Gotcha.
They do it very well. I don't know if Division's going to have any of that at all, but the way I look at it is, if you don't do it right, don't do it at all, because you're going to break your game.
Yeah, and as far as I know, too, going back to the loot system, like, say you're in a group of 3 people, you're wandering the streets, you kill a guy, and he happens to drop a weapon. From what I know, your entire group is going to see that weapon and can actually pick it up. You're each going to be able to get that. So
Yeah, only
maybe
in the Dark Zone, though.
Is it Dark Zone? Okay.
It's only in the Dark Zone. In the normal world, like when you join my world or I join your world and we're doing missions, I see my loot and you see your loot.
Okay.
And the pistol is the only gun that doesn't ever run out of ammo. All your other weapons will run out of ammo.
That's a good point. Yeah, the pistol, you can just fire forever, and you can get new versions of that, though. But other guns, you're going to need to find ammo for.
All right, next question. What console are you guys buying it on?
Xbox One, because the exclusivity. Well, damn it. We've already screwed this up.
I buy everything but exclusives on my Xbox because I know more people that play on PlayStation. I could go online at any given day and fill up a whole damn team, you know?
That's how I am, too, is I've just got more... all my Destiny clan is on the PlayStation, and those are people that I know are going to buy this game because I've talked to them quite extensively about it. So I know that these guys are going to just be able to jump right in, and we're going to be able to start, whatever the end game is for Division.
Robbie, did you see the raid thing when you walked by that room, and it's like, hey, like you needed a certain level of mask to get in this room, and without the mask, you couldn't get in there. And
the contamination zones.
Yeah, and there was one that was like a raid, and you needed 12 people to join into that.
12
I don't know
people.
what that means.
I don't know
if it's like your group is 12 or you're going with other people there. I don't know what that's about.
That's got me pretty hyped right there.
Yeah, and I saw that. I was like, dude,
Are you convinced, you, Brian?
12 people.
Sounds like I'm going to have to cancel my pre-order then and pre-order on PS4. God damn it, guys.
Somebody open up a website, thedivisionlfg.net.
I just hope whatever causes the exclusivity. I think that makes sense. If I own both, like that's all. And I thought you guys would do that too, but it's not a big deal, really. I don't
even know what's the exclusive. I did some research on it. I can't even really figure out what the exclusive content on the Xbox is.
Well, you can pre-order the reserve or pre-order the gold edition of the game, which is like you get the game and all the DLC. You get the season pass.
Like a season pass. Is there not a season pass on PlayStation?
No, it's a season pass either way, but I'm assuming the DLC once it launches, like Xbox is going to get it a week before or 2 weeks before or something.
Shit like that. A couple weeks per month. Yeah, that's the big deal.
I'll probably be doing the bulk of my play on the PlayStation 4 side. I have not pre-ordered it yet. I was kind of steering toward the Xbox One, at least initially, because it gets the beta on January 28th instead of the 29th.
And an extra day, too.
And so it's like an extra day of beta, and then I'm gonna wanna, like, if it does have, let's say like a Call of Duty cycle where you get DLC a month early, as a YouTuber, obviously I'm gonna want to.
Get that.
That's why I said to go for Xbox One.
But then I gotta like cultivate a whole new friends list over there.
I know.
It'll get to the point where
still from like Call of Duty Ghosts.
A lot of people don't care about the earlier content. They're more so there for the person themselves. Yes, it's cool that you get early content, but a lot of people come for the person on the channel, man.
Yeah, that's true.
They dig the way you do your stuff.
And you're going to go where your friends are, too. Like, that's the end of the day. You just go where your friends are, pretty much.
A majority of all my friends are on the PlayStation. I got a few on the Xbox One, but just like 9 to 5 said, for the exclusives only, I buy exclusives for my Xbox One. Most multi-plats I buy on my PS4. Plus, any game I buy on PS4, I get another one for free for my wife. So
this is totally going to turn into a Call of Duty situation or a Destiny situation where I end up buying both. I know it is.
I feel like it might be for me too.
They're going to double dip on the game and on the DLC.
Yeah, I might as well resign to that fact now.
First world problems, everybody.
My buddy at work built a PC for this game.
I'm worried about the PC version of the game.
I would be because the PC environment is completely different. Like
especially Ubisoft sports have not been the best.
And it's it was a late addition to the lineup for this game.
Yep.
Like they did not start development with PC in mind. They added it in later after PC players demanded it.
We'll see how the beta runs.
After they showed us all PC footage and everyone was like, "Oh my God, that game looks amazing!" and then they're like, "We should probably make a PC version."
Doing that. Maybe some money is to be had here.
Should we do some news?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right,
good.
Robbie, start it up.
All right. So of course we all know 2016 virtual reality is pretty much upon us, and now we have the news. Since the Oculus Rift just went up for pre-order, we have the news that the HTC Vive will be available for pre-order starting February 29th. And from what I'm hearing, this thing is going to cost a boatload of money, anywhere from $1,000 to $1,500, like more than the Rift. So
This
I
thing
don't
uses different technology though. That uses like a room, right? As you set
Yeah.
up sensors around your room,
that's why it's so
it tracks
expensive.
movement around your room.
Yeah, this is like the
power
highest end VR headset, pretty much. This is going to be the one for people with a lot of money.
Yeah, this is like you need to set up a room in your house that's devoted to VR.
Yeah, basically. I mean, it's definitely got a high buy-in cost. We don't know what the price is yet, but from what I'm hearing, this thing is not going to be cheap. And people were complaining about Oculus Rift. This is going to be more expensive.
Yeah, but it sounds so cool though, doesn't it?
Oh, I'm sure it's incredible. Like, you get what you pay for. You pay for quality, so I'm sure it's going to be an amazing experience.
I don't know. I think I could put an addition over the garage. Get my VR room set up and be like a goddamn holodeck on the Enterprise.
Oh
You're
my God,
you're like
Connor.
Armor Man all over again.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I don't know, man. This thing sounds cool, but
A lot of money.
it is a lot of money. It is a lot of money. This one's also backed by Valve, right?
Yep, Valve and HTC. This is their headset.
So when they release it, what if Half-Life 3 comes packed in?
Oh my god.
Oh, man. Last title. Holy
People
shit.
buy the shit out of it no matter what.
They don't even announce it the day it comes out. Half-Life 3 is just on the store.
Nobody knows
That-
until people start getting it, and they open it, and it's got a copy of Half-Life 3 in it.
Whoa! Then your mind just
Oh,
explodes. Oh, my God.
They would be pre-ordered till next December.
Yeah, they'd be sold out so quick they wouldn't be able to keep up.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, this technology seems super cool. I think it's going to be the second or third generation where it starts getting mainstream acceptance. It's too expensive right now.
Yeah.
The whole, like, I need to set up a room for this is daunting.
Yeah.
You know, like, 9 to 5, you got any room in your house that you could do this? Maybe if you move the crib?
I do, but at the same time, I don't wanna. You know, I'm not that. I don't want to play my games like that. I want to play with a controller. Like, yes, it's gonna be cool to throw something on my face and be like, oh yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna sit there for 6 hours with this fucking thing on my head. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I gotta admit, you got a point, definitely. Like, I mean, I've used VR. I own a VR headset, and the technology, like, the promise for VR is incredible, but it's still, there's a lot of things that need to happen in order for it to become mainstream, to get that price down, to get people more invested in it, and people really need to try it to understand it.
Man,
I
the
think
people who have tried it, though, say it's awesome.
Yes,
It's awesome.
There is no killer app.
Yes,
It's
that's
like
the
that
problem.
game.
That's the problem, man. Like, okay, yes, if you could play Destiny and not make me want to vomit in a bucket while playing it, that would be awesome. But you're never going to be able to do that. It's not it's not feasible. There's so many people going to get motion sickness if you play something fast paced. It's unreal.
Well, if history is any indication, in my mind, this is something that's definitely going to happen. I think technology will definitely get to the point where we're not throwing up in buckets and people are able to play this game for prolonged periods of time. I honestly believe that VR is the future of gaming as we know it. I think
it is, too.
I think it's the precipice that we've all dreamed about. I remember being a kid going into the arcade and playing Punch-Out, and I would see the little wire frame of Little Mac, and in my mind that was VR. And I wanted to be in that and
I
actually
also
play
remember
that
Virtual
game.
Boy.
I had a
God.
Virtual Boy that was definitely not VR. And that shit would make you throw up too because of how ugly it was, and it was pure red, and it was garbage.
The
But
red and black screen was,
So,
oh, God, that's horrible.
it was just
That
red.
just made you throw up because of buyer's remorse.
yeah, like, I spent this on this.
But from what I've heard from the people who played with these new headsets, they've been able to play for not prolonged. We're not talking hours, but 20 and 30 minutes without getting sick.
Yeah.
And
Well, there was a
but
lot of
that's-
motion sickness when 3D games came out, right?
Yeah.
When Doom was like a brand new thing, when Castle Wolfenstein was a brand new thing, when we first put people in first-person perspectives in games, people got sick, right?
Yeah.
And we got over it, you know. Like we just kind of
We adapt.
our brain kind of had to learn like a new kind of interface, and I think that'll probably happen with virtual reality as well.
Yeah.
It might be too early though. I think for these headsets that are being released, like not necessarily the Oculus because PCs are way more powerful than PlayStation, but the VR headset for PlayStation, it's too early to make that explode. It's too early.
Yeah.
They're planning ahead. They're planning for the next system or whatever, you know.
Absolutely.
But
They're
I do
preparing for
agree
the
it will
future.
blow up. It ain't blowing up right now though. It won't.
Yeah. All these companies are basically preparing for the future. They're future-proofing their own technology.
The PlayStation VR headset to me is the most exciting of the three because I think it'll be more of a consumer-grade device where the cost won't be as high. You know, the cost of getting into an Oculus Rift is sky high. You need a GTI 970 to run it, you know, a pretty high-end graphics
really
card.
good graphics card.
You need a beastly PC, and you need 3 USB 3.0 ports.
And one 2.0.
Yeah, and one 2.0. Like, you need a hell of a PC to run this thing. With the Morpheus, you're just going to plug this into your PlayStation 4 and get
a
experience. It may not be as good as the Oculus, but if it's good enough...
It's entry level. Yeah.
It's entry level, yeah. It could be cool.
It was a story I was reading about. I don't think we have it in our notes, but the CEO of GameStop, or is it GameSpot? The actual video game retailer was talking about the fact that he's had the information about PlayStation VR and Oculus Rift, and the PlayStation VR has a much grander games lineup to start off with.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah,
he was saying that they have a ton of games that are going to be coming out and launching with this thing. And in this article, he went through all the peripherals and add-ons that PlayStation is going to have available day one in that store. So,
how many of those are going to be like VR bowling and VR?
Yeah, that's my problem with it. It's like here, go to the circus in virtual reality. No, I can do that in real life if I wanted to do that.
Ride a roller coaster in VR.
It's got to be a theme park. Now, I don't have any issue with them doing what Nintendo did and having like a little pack with tennis and bowling and all that. But if they try to break them up and have their own individual games to start off, I think that's kind of milking you a little bit.
There should definitely be like a pack-in, like a Wii Sports type pack-in.
For sure.
A lot of people are saying they're going to update like the Playroom app. And there's going to be stuff in that Playroom app for VR. Like that's what's going to
be cool.
Like, when you buy it, you're already going to have it on your system in a sense.
When's the last time
people are saying that?
A while.
My girls like those damn robots. They like to.
They still play with it?
Yeah. They really enjoy those damn robots and shaking the controller around. I would like to see that. That's something that I think they definitely need to do is have a nice game pack in with this hardware. It's going to cost some money.
They're gonna pack in No Man's Sky, or it's gonna come out the same day, one or the other.
It would be over.
No Man's Sky will be VR.
Oh hell yeah!
Everybody
I think that's the only reason why it's getting put. Like, look at all the gameplay they show us. I think that's the only reason why it's delayed. Is because VR is either not ready for it, or they want to release it during the same type of lineup.
But one thing I will say, Enter Black Ninja, is the VR that we were shown, like during the PlayStation experience, the VR. Sections of that show that they showed us, the graphics weren't that great. You know, these games look kind of dated. They look like something we were seeing 15 years ago because it's VR. And all the gameplay that we've seen so far of No Man's Sky looks significantly better than what we've seen in VR. So if that's the case, I would be surprised. I know everybody's saying that they think No Man's Sky is VR, and I would love for that to happen. But when you look at the way that game looks compared to everything else Sony has shown for VR, it just looks a cut above everything else we've seen. So either that game is going to be dialed back significantly to be VR, or they've found new technology that the other developers have not been able to.
They unlocked the 8th core.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, I think because partially.
Oh man.
Well, I feel like a lot of these the demos that they've shown off, these are tech demos. These aren't actual real full games, so they're not going to look as good. They're just a demonstration for the technology. I think that's part of the reason why it hasn't looked that good graphically. But I'm sure.
Well, you gotta basically run like 2 displays at the same time.
Yeah, 2 screens side by side.
It has a box that's coming with it that's doing the processing, right? It's like it's supposed to be as big as the Wii U or whatever. That's what they're saying. Yeah. That's the processing box that's going to be doing all the computing, which I don't. It's fucking. It's way over my head, but whatever, you know.
It's probably the size of the Xbox One's power brick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fucking huge block.
I hope it is compatible with games that weren't built for it. Like, I'd like to check out Destiny in VR. That'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
That would be sick.
I wish they'd come out and be like, oh yeah, all these games are gonna work for it, and like, you better hope that they'd announce Destiny because you got a signing with Sony. You know what I'm saying? You would love to support your head unit with that game. You know how many people are gonna buy that shit? I'm buying one because I'm dumb, but the other people would buy it
for research. I'm doing it for YouTube research.
Yeah, I'm buying it.
I want a driving game. I think that's like the best app for it. A Gran Turismo with that thing, or with the Oculus Rift. You can actually.
They already said Gran Turismo Sport is VR.
That's awesome, man. Because like, you think about it, what's the biggest disconnect when you're driving in a racing game? Is that you're looking through this like narrow screen. But if you can just turn your head and look where you want to go, man, that changes the world for driving games.
Can I flip the guy off?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I flip him the bird? For reality? That's what I would do.
You gotta have PlayStation Move to do that.
Not
Hold up a wand.
Big middle finger stick up with a light on it. For me, when it comes to virtual reality, I want the experiences that I'm too afraid in real life to have. Now, Oculus Rift has a game that's been shown and people have played. It's called The Climb. And it's a rock climbing simulator, and the people who played it have actually said that it's so close to the real thing. There are people who actually rock climb in real life that you're looking down and you really feel this sense that you're going to fall and maybe fall to your death.
Yeah,
I
VR
want
is
experiences
immersive.
like that.
It feels like you're there.
I want stuff that black people are traditionally too afraid to do. Bungee jumping, skydiving, skiing, swimming in open water. I want stuff like that.
Walking in the suburbs at night.
I was
Real hood.
Too far.
Oh my God,
That is so racist.
that is great.
I'm not the one who keeps arresting him. I'm just pointing it out. It keeps
Oh
happening.
man.
Oh,
These
man.
motherfuckers are getting shot everywhere.
I'll be asking it, bro. You see the police coming and you get scared and just take
See,
the
that
hits
shit
off.
doesn't happen in Canada. We're safe here.
He said, "Motherfuckers are getting shot everywhere."
There's
Oh,
a thing on the
man.
TV, some dude's getting shot.
Yeah, you're not lying, man.
Damn.
All right, maybe we should move on to our next story before
Let's get on the next news.
Oh my
Oh
goodness.
man, that was a good
Who
one.
in LA?
All right, so
Briar Rabbit.
Sony has tried to trademark Let's Play. Luckily for us, it's been denied by the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office.
I don't know why they. What is the point of this? I don't understand this.
Like,
You
didn't
guys-
they Google search Let's Play and see like 1 billion videos on the internet? Like,
Do they
We're
not
gonna buy
know
that shit.
Let's Play is a pretty big thing that they
Right.
can't really get a hold of? I don't understand this at all.
so there's prior art, right? It's like you can't have a valid trademark if there's already prior art, and Let's Play is like one of the most popular terms on YouTube. Like,
I don't
people
see how they
doing
get
Let's
that.
Plays constantly.
I
You know
don't
what I
see
would
how-
do? I would just delete Let's Play and put walkthrough.
There you go, you got it. Bam! Give that to Sony. There you go.
The thing that amazes me with these companies is how these thoughts get past the moment of inception and actually make it to a briefing or a meeting, and they actually really discuss that and have a real
You know what it
meaningful
is?
discussion
Is
about it.
lawyers lawyer up on everything, right? It's like you want, every idea you have, you send it to the legal team, and the legal team is going to try and trademark it, patent it, and it's not because you're necessarily trying to hurt other people. It's you're just trying to protect yourself a lot of the time. So if you come up with an original thought, like let's say I wanted to trademark Briar Rabbit. If I trademarked that, that meant that nobody could have a competing business with my name in it, right? So that's protecting me, and that's what, when you're a big corporation, every idea you have gets sent to the lawyers, and the lawyers are going to trademark everything. So, it might have not been anything that they were.
They probably didn't actually get that far, but one of those situations, I guess.
Yeah, it's just crazy that like nobody Googled Let's Play to see if there's prior art.
How are they even
because-
going to trademark all those videos? They'd own so much. There was no way that was going to work. But all right,
I don't think that was their goal here.
Yeah,
I hope
I don't
not.
know.
Anyway, it's crazy.
In much more exciting news, support has ended this week for users still running Windows 8.
Brian!
Am I the only one here still running Windows 8?
Yes, it sucks. It fucking sucks.
Oh man, my computer keeps reminding me to upgrade to Windows 10, but the only thing I ever use it for is to stream with
Why would you keep Windows 8?
because I
Don't do
only use
that.
it for one thing. I use Windows 8 for one thing,
It's
and that's to
Windows
stream.
8. Don't
Like,
use that
Once
shit.
you've set up your streaming system, you don't want to fucking change anything.
You gotta redo all of it.
Oh my god, it's such a pain in the neck, Robbie. Like seriously,
It's Windows
one
8.
driver and all of a sudden the whole kit and caboodle is fucking crashing on you, and
It's
you're trying to
Windows
get going.
8, Brian.
What's that?
It's Windows 8.
Dude, who
That's
are you
all
trying
I
to?
can
Well,
say.
you're trying to tell me Windows 10 is going to be some stable fucking operating system? It's still Windows, my friend. It may have a
better.
new
No, it's way
firmware
better.
on it, but that shit's still going to suck.
I have Windows 10. I haven't had an issue with it. It's 10 times better. I'm serious. Do it.
Windows.
I wouldn't say 10 times better, but it works.
It's a lot better. Stubborn old man Briar doesn't get it. All right, let's move on.
No, I told you my reasoning is like I have a system that is in place and working. I don't use it for any other purpose than to stream. My experience with streaming is that if you change anything, you run the risk of messing the whole thing up. So
I'm going to be
I just don't want to change anything.
The only reason I included this story was to hear your hate
Yeah,
thoughts.
I want to hear Briar rage.
That's all I would include.
Anti-Windows 8. And the funny thing is, last year you did so much talking about Windows 8, and now you're the only one with it. Isn't that irony?
Isn't that
They sucked me in. I'm like Don Corleone. They sucked me in, now I can't get out.
I'm used to it.
Lawnmower man stuck in VR. You just can't get out.
It's not even like all I do is I just literally start up OBS and then don't think about Windows at all, right?
So
I'm
you
just looking at
Windows doesn't
OBS.
suck so bad. Maybe you're hating it for no reason.
Well, part of the problem is OBS sucks nuts too.
Yeah.
So it's like I really got this perfect combination of like a terrible operating system and terrible software.
OBS. I mean,
What's that?
think about OBS, old bullshit for your operating system, and OBS for the
I'm
software.
sure that's what they thought when they created it.
Yeah, OBS again. All right, continuing on, guys. Homefront: The Revolution is officially coming out on May 17th. Closed beta starts on February for the Xbox One. You guys excited about this?
Is this going to be a multiplayer beta?
Of course. Oh, I think
right.
so. Yeah, it is. It
I
is
am looking forward
multiplayer.
to this. Homefront had a lot of cool ideas. These are completely different developers, but still.
I think that game could go either way. It could either be really, really good, or it's going to be like a 5. Like, no bullshit. It's going to be either amazing
Like the original
or it's
Homefront.
garbage.
I feel like the original Homefront was okay.
It was good.
There was a lot of potential they missed. I think this game
There was a lot of potential, but it wasn't good.
I think this game is going to be much
The
better.
only-
I do.
Homefront came out, when it came out, it was broken. Homefront 2 was so broken you couldn't even play that online, man. I played it for 2 weeks. It was so bad. I was like, well, I'm never playing that game again.
Yeah.
The thing I liked about Homefront was the story and the way they presented it. The thing I didn't like was the way the game looked. That was, to me, the major issue with Homefront is that it looked like, even back then, a last-gen game. So I'm excited to see what they do with the story. I know the graphics are going to be nice. Hopefully they treat it right, like Dairy Queen.
I'm definitely looking forward to a new multiplayer experience, so I'll see it. I'll play the beta. Fuck it.
Fuck it,
Dude. Fuck it. It's live. Grand Theft Auto lead developer has left Rockstar after 15 years. Lead developer or lead story developer?
No, lead developer. I think his name's Leslie Benzies or something like that. I don't remember his name, but clearly after he's worked there for that long, he's going to want to leave. But he's worked on Grand Theft Auto 3, 4, 5, Vice City. He's worked on Manhunt 2. He worked on L.A. Noire, Red Dead Redemption. Like, this dude has one hell of a resume for the games industry. He's worked on so many awesome games.
Ooh, I wonder if that'll have a lasting effect on their games in the future. How important was? Are you sure it was a man named Leslie?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not joking.
You trying to call this man's sexuality into question right here?
No. What? No. I'm not doing.
Yeah, so it's one of those situations, right? Well, like Amy Hennig, she left Naughty Dog. Luckily for Naughty Dog, they had Bruce Straley and Neil Druckmann.
Yeah, they were good.
To kind of pick up the reins, but if they weren't there, who knows what Uncharted 4 would be right now? They may have had to hire new talent, and it could have just went completely in a different direction. So
They all left because Drake's dying. Their job was done. They rolled out.
they said, "Hell with this."
For a game
Not only are they changing the story, they're ending the story. So
Yeah.
she's like, "Fuck it, I'm done." No.
I think that he's actually telling the truth, though, Robbie. I'm hearing a lot in the ether about the reason that a lot of these people left Naughty Dog is because they really wanted to kill off Drake and they didn't want that to happen.
That could be true. I mean, it could be easily, like disagreements between.
I mean, well Bruce
employers
Straley
and
had an interview. Bruce Straley had an interview a week ago, and he actually mentioned that he doesn't see, after this game, he doesn't see how Nathan Drake's story is going to continue. So that was kind of a story leak that he put out there, and I think that it's possible that Drake might actually succumb to death in this game.
I'm all for it. Look what they did. Look what they did when they did Last of Us. They veered away from Uncharted and made something amazing. Do it more, man.
Yeah, I like that they're taking a different direction. They're not afraid to go with sort of a darker tone for Uncharted 4. I mean, the game's going to be awesome, I'm sure,
do you
and I'm
think,
looking forward to it.
I love Uncharted games, man.
I do too.
I'd be sorry to see him go. I love those games.
I love them too. I love them too, man. But you don't want to get burnt out on them either. You know, they gotta end it. As long as they end it good and it's sent off well, all right, cool. I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I'm okay with one every like 5-6 years. How about that? Can we do that?
Yeah.
Like we don't have to have it every 3 years, 4 years.
They're pushing the line of being like a Japanese company when they do that. You know what I'm saying? Like Japanese company need like 9 years to make a game. Like, dude, by the time that shit comes out, everyone's moved on.
Yeah.
I just like that. I just like that adventure, like kind of Han Solo, Indiana Jones-ish character that he has. It's fun.
Yeah.
You know, they just make for fun games. You don't see them too often like that. A lot of people have tried to capture that feeling, but very few people have succeeded like the Uncharted games have.
Yeah. Uncharted is an amazing franchise. I'm sure they can do no wrong.
Oh, they've done wrong. That mobile game was terrible. That one for the PS Vita was awful.
Oh.
What was it called? Like
Golden Abyss was awesome.
Uncharted
Golden Abyss?
It was amazing, bro.
No, it was terrible.
No, it wasn't.
That game controlled like horrid. It was awful.
No,
You control good.
It was
What are you
great.
talking? Crazy old man, get off the podcast. You're done, Brian.
Hold on, Briar.
Oh my
I gotta stand up. See, I'm not as big as an Uncharted fan as my wife, but that was the first game we got on the Vita, and
Yeah,
that is it's a
Vita.
console quality game that plays almost identical to the PlayStation.
That was
2.
Sony bent. They didn't have
You gotta stop
Trying
that,
to
man.
control
Brian,
third
stop.
person, any kind of shooter with those thumbsticks is a terrible experience.
You're a terrible experience.
Hey, look, but Briar, not only was the thumbsticks the issue, you could also move the PlayStation Vita and aim that way. So it actually gave you more of an ability to aim than the PS3 version. You got to try it. When you pull out your gun,
I tried it, and I hated it.
Your Vita to where you're going to aim, and you'll move
We're not going
gun.
to convince him. Just move on. Move on. Give up. It's over.
All right, what else we got? Respawn Entertainment working on a third-person action-adventure game alongside development of Titanfall.
Titanfall 2? Yeah, they have the second team. They've been working on something. I love that. That sounds awesome. They're going to not just make a Titanfall 3, they're going to do something different. And that sounds
It'll be
super
in the
cool.
same universe. Like if they'll kind of make all their games kind of in this universe with
That would
Titanfall.
be sick. That would be
Yeah, it's a
awesome.
cool universe. Titanfall was a cool game. I wish it lasted longer.
Yeah,
Content, man,
Titanfall
didn't
2.
have enough. There's not enough there. It was a great game though.
Yeah, I think if they do the same with Titanfall 2, exactly, just give you a reason to play, give you a reason to keep playing. Titanfall 2 is going to knock it out of the park. It definitely could. It seems like, especially in a new generation, when you do sort of a sequel to the first one, it almost always seems to be a big thing. Like Assassin's Creed 1 to 2 was a huge jump. There's lots of other examples too. Like it really could be an amazing game. Whatever this new
Figure
IP,
out all the hard shit, and then they could just make it fun in the second one.
yeah,
Yeah, that might work.
they try a new thing and then they see what worked and what didn't work, and that's why the second
Well,
one is always still good.
A lot of stuff worked, but there wasn't enough stuff that worked. There wasn't
Yeah,
a
in
story.
Titanfall.
There wasn't really a reason for you to come back and flesh out more and play multiplayer and really feel rewarded.
Everything was well executed. You just needed a reason to play it.
Just needed to be more. Just more. That's it. So
Yeah.
hopefully we get an 8-10 hour single player campaign. It'd be nice if they implement an ability for you to play the campaign with other people the way they did with Call of Duty. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
And just flesh out the multiplayer, add more weapons, more maps, and it'll be good to go. All right, so continuing on, and this Call of Duty Black Ops 3 actually was the #1 selling game in 2015, but the Call of Duty franchise has passed 250 million sold.
Jesus,
That's a big number.
That's a lot. It's not
That's a lot of
surprising,
money.
but that's like stupid. That's ridiculous.
That's a reason to be proud, reason to be happy. Nothing like success.
That series just prints money every year. It's just insane. I'm sure Ghost 2 or whatever this game is.
Activision's got a bunch of those now.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
do. Yeah, they
Activision
do.
Blizzard.
They're just gonna
World of
keep
Warcraft, Diablo 3, Hearthstone. They have so many
Destiny.
games.
Destiny.
Yeah, Destiny.
That's a big deal. That's
Unbelievable.
They're
I mean,
really-
I'm sure Call of Duty Ghost 2, whatever this year's Call of Duty is by Infinity War, I'm sure that's going to come out and print money too. Like, this franchise is just not going to stop anytime soon.
It's going to be hard to beat the full-on package of Black Ops 3. That package alone,
So
it
much.
gives you more than anything, dude, that I've seen in a long time. Like, damn.
Yeah, Treyarch is a good package. I like it.
co-op, single player, zombie mode, multiplayer.
Briar got that. Everyone else is like, just totally flew over their heads. They got a good package going. I like how it feels. All right, let's just keep going. All right, guys, what we got next?
Oh, I'm the black guy here. U.S. President Barack Obama is investing $4 billion in self-driving cars. Yeah, he should just take
Man,
some
how
of the
much
money
does he
and
pay to be president now? Holy shit!
there's a lot of damn money to invest. My fellow Americans. Yeah, I think they should just not do that and invest in the homeless of America and take care of some of the American infrastructure instead of self-driving cars.
Yeah.
You know?
Speaking of self-driving cars, though, because the
I
last...
completely disagree. I
I
want
think it's the
self-driving cars, man.
I want self-driving cars, too. I don't like driving. It scares
They
the
won't
crap out of me.
stop
I
if they
would
see a
love to
homeless
just...
person, Brian. They'll ride right over the homeless person.
Yeah.
Holy, Brian don't give a
I
damn.
mean, that's
What was that?
sad, I
Speed bump?
guess.
From what I'm hearing, too, like, a lot of people have said that most of the driving errors, like accidents that happen, almost all of it is because of human error. And if you take that away and let a machine or a computer control that, it's going to be a lot safer, actually. That's why the president is now investing in this, because it's going to be the way of the future, probably, like VR. I can definitely see it, self-driving cars. I mean, I don't have to drive now, and it makes me... I hate driving, so...
We actually have a
I'm
car. We actually have a car at work that if you get out of the car, it will park itself into your garage and stop. But they don't allow it to be used in America. America doesn't allow it. It's like against their law.
Yeah.
So before they ship to America, they have to take that technology out of the car.
Damn.
Yeah, and I mean, Google already has those self-driving cars out on the road that they've been testing for a year or two now. I mean,
Yeah,
self-driving
Tesla's
cars-
going to be the first one to actually come out with one. Tesla's supposed to release one the end of this year, supposedly.
Yeah, they already have an early version on the market. It's only, somewhat autopiloted, but this technology is impressive, and if you can really make driving safer this way, and especially for people who don't really want to drive like me, that would be great.
So, all right. Tesla also has like a 13-inch monitor
Yeah.
for like their center console.
Yeah, it looks like a
Maybe
like a
it's
tablet.
got a HDMI input.
Oh man.
You just
Do little
can't.
video games. Wouldn't that be messed up? You playing Gran Turismo while you're driving down the street?
Oh, yeah.
What do you focus on, the game or the real driving?
No, the self-driving car, man. You're getting driven
No.
around by your self-driving
For
car.
some reason I was thinking
Playing
you
video
play a game
games.
while you're driving. I'm like, that's crazy.
Well,
That would
see,
be awesome.
it's a good and a bad in my eyes, right? Because in theory, this would eliminate all traffic tickets. You'll never have a speeding ticket. You'll never run anybody over. But there are going to be those people who decide to jump in front of your car. They might not know that it's an automatic car. They'll jump in front of you. Boom! They're not going to blame you because you weren't driving, but they're going to take a lot of money from the person who developed that car and that technology.
How is that any different than if I was driving it, though?
Well,
The thing that they have
you're
to
not
worry
you're not getting sued.
Yeah,
Better. That's right. That's better.
The thing that they have to worry about a lot is a lot of
Everybody
these cars. A lot of these cars are electric, so on top of it driving itself, it also doesn't make any noise. There's no
Yeah.
road noise, no motor noise, no nothing. It's
That's
it's
a good
super
point.
quiet. Like if I was a gang member and I was trying to do a drive-by, I would buy an electric car. 'Cause you would
That's
not be
just
heard.
you know.
No,
If I was driving through the
it's
hood, that's
crazy.
probably one
Like,
electric car. They wouldn't know I
pull
was
up next
doing.
to somebody and they're walking like to go across the street, and they don't even hear your car. You could damn near hit them because a lot of people use sound to see if there's something. They don't look. You'd be surprised at the amount of people that don't look.
Oh,
If you're a black
especially
man-
these people with the iPhone headphones in, they're like staring
Oh,
down while they're walking
yep.
down the street.
Especially if you're a
Step
black
right
man.
off that curb, get hit by a Tesla. Motherfucker's playing Gran Turismo in there.
Especially if you're a black man driving through the suburbs, but oh, you want that electric car. They don't
Man,
want
this
you
fucking
coming.
feedback is intense. It really feels like I hit that wall.
God damn.
Oh man.
Yes, man.
Great.
Welcome
Yeah, this
back.
is good though. I mean,
welcome back.
it does so much for us, right? Is we get better gas mileage because all these cars are going to be able to drive closer together. We're going to have less traffic. We're going to have less times with you. You spend less time wasted by driving a car. You can be productive instead of having to just sit there and steer, right? You can be reading the paper. You can be relaxing. You can get pull out your laptop, do some work while you're driving. There's so many benefits to self-driving cars. It'd be awesome.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
I think the potential's definitely there. I'm looking forward to it.
I don't know. I'd rather have a flying car. All right, guys, let's continue on. With
One
our-
Self-driving flying car.
Oh, Briar Rabbit.
Next level
You
shit
truly
right
are the
here.
next Steve Jobs. Yeah.
Fifth Element.
You are the next Bill Gates. No
The
gates.
Division multiplayer beta will open January 28th on Xbox One, January 29th on PS4 and PC, and will run until the 31st.
Can't wait.
So 4 days on Xbox One, 3 days on PS4 and PC.
We are getting in on that, guys. That is going to be awesome.
Yeah,
I need
absolutely.
to take some days off just to make
We
sure.
got to communicate. Get in.
I took 3 days off.
I did too.
Enter Black Ninja, you take days off for things like this, don't you?
Yeah, I took 3 days off for Division and 3 days off for Dark Souls.
Ooh, nice.
Welcome back, sir. It's been a long time.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you see the article about how it runs on Xbox compared to PC? Which that's kind of a no-brainer. They were saying that it's a lot framier on Xbox than it is on PC. Nobody's played the PS4 version yet, so there is no
Really?
PS4 footage or anything about the PS4 version.
I'm worried about the PS4 version. Well, the Xbox One version doesn't. I've seen a lot of screen tearing in videos I've seen.
It doesn't look bad. It
doesn't look bad.
It's not anything to bitch about. Like really, I've played worse. You know, like it's not. And the amount of stuff that game is doing, you're running with. Like I played almost the entire thing with 4 of my friends. The entire thing, and it ran like we didn't notice real bad frame drops or anything like that. Nothing to be like, shit, this is broken.
Same here when I was playing the alpha. I mean, it was
Fallout.
That's very true. Yes.
But if the PS4 version is a port, it could be the worst version, right?
That's true.
I believe the lead development platform on this game is the Xbox One. So if
Maybe
we
that's
haven't
another
seen
way to go with it.
any video of it on the PS4, it could be a bad port. We don't know.
Yeah. Wait and see.
PC, Ubisoft porting the game over to
Sketchy.
PC. Don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
All right, guys, and the final piece of news we have is that the Division Xbox One bundle has been announced for people who don't have an Xbox One, obviously.
Yeah. 1 terabyte hard drive, you get the game, and you get pretty much normal other stuff, $400. So
Does it come with like a knit cap for your Xbox?
Or gas mask.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
no, it doesn't. Damn it, Ubisoft.
There's no customization on there's no graphics or anything on the Xbox.
I don't.
No,
Well, they didn't show any pictures.
black.
I think it's just probably the regular one. Yeah,
Yep.
black one.
I like it when they do like at least a custom color, and I really like it. When they have like graphics on it, like the Taken King version of PS4.
That's a sick system. That's the
Yeah.
coolest.
I've been looking at
PlayStation
that,
system.
man. I've been looking at that. That's really,
It's-
really nice.
No, wait, hold on. I'll unhook it.
You guys remember
Hold on,
the old
let me
Halo
unzip my pants.
original Xbox?
Whoa.
It was like see-through green. That clear plastic. That was cool.
Yeah.
Gears of War. Remember the Gears of War
Oh,
Xbox
yeah,
360?
Yeah.
That was cool. Like I like it when they do that stuff.
Remember the old Halo Xbox, the original Xbox?
That's I just said that like
that too.
20 seconds ago. That was
I thought you were
incredible.
talking about I thought you said Gears of War. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I was-
the Halo version of the Xbox that was clear green plastic. You could see the circuit boards underneath.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. I was unzipping my pants for when he brings that PS4 over here.
Dude, that is
No,
slick too.
It's super dope, and the cool thing is it's all like in there. It's not like it's like all like you could feel all the texture in it.
Yeah,
Which is awesome.
That's beautiful, Briar.
And it's
I know
all shiny too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really nice system.
Briar wants your address there, Internet.
It has a 2 terabyte in it too.
I almost pulled the trigger on that. I almost did it. And I have 2 PS4s already. I almost pulled the trigger on it.
When I saw it, I was like, yeah. It was between that and the Darth Vader one. When the Darth Vader one got announced,
That
I
was
was
pretty
like,
good too.
yeah. I was like, I have to get this one.
No kidding.
Man, that's pretty slick, man. I like your setup that you got there, Inner Black. I love the posters you got back there. There's
a big ass shelf up here with all my games on it too, like Witcher and all that stuff. Got all my, I got like I don't know, 60-some games up there.
Damn.
I like that. Welcome back. A great addition. Addition is something like
Have you done a new setup video?
No, I've really not in a while. I've gotten a lot of shit since then. I'm getting a 43-inch 4K TV
4K,
this week, and then I'm
15
getting
inch for that area there that you're in?
Yes, yeah. I'm going to use my 27-inch as my computer monitor, and then I'm using my 4K for my gaming, and then I want to get the new Triton headset, the Triton Katanas.
Mm-hmm. What are you using now for a gaming headset? Astros?
I use my Astro still. Yeah, they're chill. I got the Astro earbuds. I use those for like just my quick like music and everything else, or if my mic dies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd be interested in seeing a new gaming setup. I love gaming setups.
Yeah.
Microsoft files trademark for video game software RoboRaid.
So, probably an exclusive. I mean, the first thing that comes to mind when I hear this is some sort of robot fighting arena or something. I don't know. I have no idea what this is, though. Could be cool.
I got an idea. What if it's mechanical cockroaches and you have to chase them with Raid?
You got like RoboRaid.
Damn right!
I'm down. This is a great idea. I love it.
Or VR porn with robots. Yeah.
They have a commercial for it that just has mechanical cockroaches going, RoboRaid!
Oh my god.
Yeah!
That was nuts.
I'm down. Pre-order today, damn it. Yeah, good stuff.
All right, I think we're done. We got anything else we want to talk about today?
No, that's pretty much all the news. I mean,
All right, fine.
at about
You
now.
guys want to just get rid of me? Whatever.
Yeah, get out of here, Briar.
We can stay. We can
Bandai
stay.
Namco's making a golf game. That's kind of weird. It's an MMO.
What?
That is,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah,
That
That's
is
weird.
weird.
That's new Hot Shots, right?
Yeah, no. It's called putter something with putting in it. But
Putter
It's an
something like
MMO?
2016.
it's a MMO. It's free to play, and then it's like you literally walk up to the other character and like, hey, you want to golf? Like it's weird. It's a weird Japanese golf
Hey,
game.
you want to golf? Is that how they speak in Japan?
The next Hot Shots is going to be an open world game.
Yeah.
Sounds more ambitious than Destiny. Wow. I'm impressed.
Well, you gotta go
Well, if you
there.
think about it, going golfing is kind of like a raid. You got 4 people that you got to kind of organize at the same time.
And half of them suck.
You all.
Oh my god.
You know, you all ride together in your golf cart. You all chase the beer cart girl together.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that war priest on hard was a pain in our ass.
Yeah, for real. All right, guys. I think that's gonna do it for the show then. Beastly, what do you got coming up this week?
I got a plan, man. I'm still trying to figure out my week. Honestly, I'm still in a weird place up here. But it'll definitely be a lot of videos coming out this week. Like I said, I rendered 12 yesterday. So just look forward to that. I had to stay busy, man. It was one of those
Yeah, I
days.
hear you.
But yeah, I'm going to be playing some games, probably jump on my Xbox One a little bit this week, and we'll just see what happens on the channel.
All right. 9 to 5. What are you up to this week?
One more thing. Don't forget, guys, episode 100, everybody here is going to be stark naked. Welcome
Butt
back,
naked.
Inner Black Ninja.
Yeah, you came in at the right time. I
First
hope you've
time
been
you're
working
in the
out.
news.
Show those 6-pack abs.
Getting sick now. 100.
Welcome back, sir.
I hope it's a little warmer. Or I'm gonna be really embarrassed.
Hey, from the chest up,
Oh my
No
goodness.
shirts, no shoes, no socks.
I didn't pay for this nipple ring for nothing. I'm showing this thing off.
Oh man.
Got the chain going down. Never mind.
You got Prince Albert going on? Jesus.
Does the chain connect to anything else, Briar?
Well, I mean, it's a chain. 9 to 5. What do you got going on this week?
I think I'm gonna do a video on Lego Dimensions actually, and then probably gonna do a video pretty much explaining why I dig Rainbow Six because it's a different kind of game. It's different, and I'm since the NDAs, I'll post all my Destiny footage. Fuck it.
Division, you mean?
Yeah, Division. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah, I
that's
would.
the idea
Definitely.
I did a long time ago, my friend. You are late to that. That's a while ago.
Robbie, what are you up to this week?
I don't know. We'll see. Good. Check back on the channel. Maybe. Might be something.
Well, damn.
That's all I got. That's all I got. Hype! Get hyped for nothing, maybe.
All right, you guys already know what to expect from me. More Destiny footage. I'm really looking forward to the
What?
Division.
What about Thief?
I'll definitely be covering the Division when that comes out. I'll probably start covering it with the beta, but
Yeah. Say
like,
Division and
I'm
Destiny.
really hyped for the Division. I hope it lives up to my expectations.
Keep your expectations
Well,
low enough,
I
though.
have a
Go
question
into
for
it
you
with
real
a
quick,
flat
Brian.
mind.
Brian,
What's
I have
that?
a question for you. So what do you do now when the Division comes out? Do you jump on Division or do you do both or what's your
He does
deal?
what he enjoys. How about that? Just play
Yeah,
whatever game you enjoy.
I probably will. My goal right now is to keep on Destiny and add the Division into it.
Okay.
Yeah, good plan.
Cool.
Good plan.
But the future's unknown. I don't know I don't know if we're gonna get any new content in Destiny for the whole year. You know, I don't have a whole lot to talk about in Destiny right now.
Just
you know,
really do what you're passionate about, Briar.
What if the division
and
comes out
enjoy.
and flops, man? That's what I'd be concerned.
yeah, I hope it
I
doesn't.
mean, I think with the division, we just need to keep our expectations realistic and kind of go in with an open mind. Because I've learned in the past now that you can't be too hyped for a game. You're just gonna
Look forward to that Thief Let's Play. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
You got hours left.
I've been waiting a while for that one, Briar. And
Oh,
Advanced
man.
Warfare too. That's taking its time, but hopefully it'll be good. Quality over quantity, you know.
It would be funny if I just started. I should just start episode 1 Let's Play of every game I play, and just
Imagine
never
you
do an
only
episode
post
2 for any
Destiny.
of them.
Can you imagine too? Because you only post Destiny. How confusing that would be to people. Like everyone would be like, "What? What is going on?"
Let me ask you a question, Briar. You did say that we know what to expect from you this week. Are you going to get back in Tomb Raider this week? Do you plan on beating that game?
Yeah, I'm definitely planning on beating that game. I'm loving that game. I don't know that I'm gonna make any content on it though. It's kind of, you know, I'm playing the single player version. I'm just having fun, like just kind of deep diving into it. And
Well, if you do beat it, can we get a video on your final thoughts of the game?
yeah, maybe I'll do something like that. I was thinking about doing a Let's Play, but I kind of decided not to because, you know, playing through that game, I just wanted to enjoy it for myself, you know.
It's amazing. It's an amazing game to just sit down and veg out on.
Yeah. I was actually thinking about doing like a video series where, like, you know, once a week or so, like 2 of us or 3 of us or 4 of us get together and one guy plays the game and the other 2 or 3 watch, and we just talk about the game as it's getting played, you know.
That would be an interesting idea. I like that.
I don't know. I kind of stirring that around in my head.
We'll think about it.
All right, that's going to do it for this week's Beastly Thoughts, episode 96. You know, I'm starting to apply the spray-on tan for episode 100. I want to make sure I look
Already
nice.
got mine.
I'm putting my E-Honda spray-on 6-pack on.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Getting ready for that. So that's going to do it for this show, guys. Thanks for
I
watching.
already
We'll
got
see you
mine.
next week.
Bye, everybody. Thank you for watching.